PlayStation has just released Astro Bot, the 3D platformer that is a celebration of their history. So today, I'm going to be sitting down and ranking all of the PlayStation hero levels that are in Astro Bot. My name is James, and I started this channel simply because I love video games. If that sounds like you, please subscribe to my channel so that you can see more videos just like this one. So, one of the large appeals of Astro Bot is that all of these characters that have been very influential to PlayStation's history kind of come together in this game, and then you even get to play as some of them in the PlayStation hero levels. So there were 5 levels that I decided to include. All 5 of these levels are located at the end of a world after you fight the boss for that world. I guess with that out of the way, let's get started. Coming in last place is Going Loco, the Loco Roco inspired level that is at the end of the 4th world. The reason this one's at the bottom of the list for me is that this is the only one that I felt like they changed up the gameplay in a way that was worse than the standard gameplay. You basically just turn into a blob and are rolling around the level, and you're required to use the motion controls in the DualSense to turn the level and roll the way that you want. I just didn't really find it particularly fun. I should also probably point out that I've never played Loco Roco. I think it's a whole series, but I'm so unfamiliar with it that I couldn't even tell you if Loco Roco is the whole series or one specific game. Really not the cameo for me. Up next is Apes on the Loose, which is a level inspired by Ape Escape. I'm not familiar with Ape Escape, and so I actually didn't realize that this even was an Ape Escape level to the degree that the other hero levels are until after I had played the one for World 2. And it's pretty simple. It's you're given a net and a little radar, and you have to run around this area and just collect all of the monkeys. I've never played an Ape Escape game. I don't have the nostalgia for Ape Escape that a lot of other people have. I can say, however, this level was still pretty fun. And if all of the hero levels were of the same quality as this one, I would still call it a positive experience. This one ends up in the number 4 slot for me because it's good, but as somebody who isn't familiar with the Ape Escape IP, I feel like I'm not really able to appreciate it fully. Coming in 3rd place is Machine Learning, the Horizon Zero Dawn inspired level. This one, you take on the appearance of Aloy and you're outfitted with a bow, and it basically just turns into a third-person shooter. You can hold the bow button for a little bit and it'll make the whole world kind of go in slow motion, which I found to be really cool. But you can do more of like a rapid fire, and I found that to be pretty fun as well. When I first played this level, I actually thought it was going to end up in 2nd place on this list, but after replaying some of these levels a little bit, it fell down to 3rd place for me just because it ends up being a little bit slower paced than the level that I ended up putting in the number 2 slot. Before I give my final 2, please make sure to subscribe to my channel. If you've made it this far, hopefully you want to check out some of my other videos as well. Coming in 2nd place is Dude Raiding, the Uncharted themed level. What put this one above Horizon for me specifically was that this one very much turns into like a rapid fire run and gun, which I really liked. There's also Uncharted themed treasures that you can find throughout the level, which I thought that was a nice touch as well. Lastly, what really made it for me was what they did with the music. If it's not actually the Uncharted music that's playing during this section. It sounds very similar. They also changed about the way that you move around the level. You do a lot more climbing and swinging, and I found that to be pretty fun as well. Coming in first place is Bot of War, the God of War inspired level. The reason this ended up in first place for me is first and foremost that God of War is my favorite series out of all of them that have been represented here. So there's some obvious bias there as well. Second, they give you in bot form the Leviathan axe, which I love, and they even give you the ability to throw it at enemies and freeze them. And they add little puzzles to the level that are similar to the puzzles that are in the God of War games. But then they even go a step further and they add a handful of Odin's ravens to the area that you're exploring. And if you find all of the ravens, you get a trophy for it. So I really felt like they went above and beyond with this God of War section, and that's what makes it my favorite PlayStation Hero level. That's all I have to say about Astro Bot for today. In the comment section, please let me know how you would rank the hero levels in this game. And until next time, the best way to keep up with me is on Twitter and on Instagram at James_Solar. Thanks, guys.